Hello everybody, we're live at Cardinal O'Hara High School. Thanks for joining us for Game 2 of the 2021 Delco League Championship Series between the 4th-seeded Aston Valley Knights and the 2nd-seeded Upper Darby Blue Sox. Aston Valley with a 5-1 win yesterday afternoon to take a 1-0 lead in the series. Upper Darby looking to draw level here at home. Aston Valley trying to take that commanding 2-0 lead before the series shifts to Sun Valley High School. The Blue Sox are on the field getting loose. We will bring you the lineup as we get it, but for the time being, we're going to have to play it by ear. Aston Valley, the visiting team today, leading off is going to be Matt Domian. He'll be behind the plate today. Domian had a busy day yesterday out at the plate. He had a double, he had a walk, he had a stolen base, an RBI, or unscored. And he will lead it off for the Knights. On the mound for Upper Darby, right-hander Tom Derrer. Looks like we're ready to get underway. First pitch in at 2 o'clock p.m. Right on the dot, swung on and missed. And that's strike one to Domian, and we're underway. Derrer misses inside. It's 1-1. Appears to be Jared Carney waiting on deck. That one misses, 2-1 the count. The Knights got one in the first, an unearned run to take the lead. Did not look back. On the outside corner, 2-2. Pitch on its way. Swung on and fouled back off the backstop. So 2-2 the count to Domi. And the weather, similar to yesterday, maybe a little warmer. Kind of a mugginess in the air, overcast clouds. Not very comfortable. 2-2 pitch, swung on and fouled off. Pitch is swung on, hit in the air towards right center. There's Gasparo back there in right. A little bit of an adventure, but he's under it and makes the catch. And Matt Domian is retired for out number 1. So that'll bring up Jared Carney. We have the lineup for Aston Valley. So on deck is the first baseman, Sean Haught. Marshall Autry playing third base, batting 4th. As the first pitch to Carney's in for a strike. Batting 5th, the left fielder Aiden Duda. Brett Lesher, yesterday's defensive superstar, at shortstop, bats 6th. Shane Kelleher out in center field, bats 7th. As Carney hits that one on the ground to first, it's picked up by Steve Tyson to throw over in time for out number 2. Cody Clausius is the designated hitter. He bats 8th, and Dante DeSabatino is in right field, and he'll bat 9th for Aston Valley. On the mound for the Knights is Jack Libero. First pitch to Sean Haught, swung on and missed. Derrer misses, 1-1. There's that sunlight that I said we didn't have any of. And it's in for a called strike 1 and 2. That one is on the ground. A diving stop attempted by Joey Supa at first. He deflects it away. So it'll be an infield hit for Sean Haught. First hit of the ball game.
The third baseman, number 14, Marshall Archer.
First pitch swung on and missed. Derrer from the stretch. The 0-1 is taken for a called strike. Autry takes, pitch misses, so it's 1-2. Aiden Duda waits on deck. Swung on and missed. Autry down on strikes, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We're through a half inning. It's Aston Valley 0. Upper Darby coming to bat. You're listening to Game 2 of the Delco League Championship Series on DelcoLeague.com. Back here for the bottom half of the first inning between Aston Valley and Upper Darby, Game 2 of the Delco League Finals. Leading off for Upper Darby is the center fielder, Sammy Berman. He is facing left-hander Jack Liberio. Misses low for ball 1. He winds and fires, pitches up and in, 2-0 to Berman. It'll be Berman, Joey Supa, Steve Tyson due up for the Blue Sox in the first. Christian Strickland, Vince Gasparo, Alex Berman, Max Anastasio, Brendan Ricciardi, and Matt Query. That is the Upper Darby lineup, but that one is fisted foul back our way. 2-1 the count. Pitch misses for ball 3, 3-1. 3-1 pitches upstairs. Berman aboard to lead this one off for Upper Darby.
For the Blue Sox, first baseman, number 13, Joe Super.
So that will bring up Joey Supa playing first base today. Blue Sox with a similar lineup to yesterday, just with some defensive switches, and that pitch misses high, and that'll bring Domian out to the mound. Liberio hasn't been particularly close with any of these pitches that have missed. Domian back behind the plate. Liberio has his sign. Supa squares the bunt, pops it up. It lands down the first baseline. It's scooped up by Haught, who tags Supa. An absolutely terrible bunt by Supa that almost lucked into a base hit. But he's fortunate not to have that caught by a fielder.
For the Blue Sox, the second baseman, number 3, Steve Tyson.
So put that in as 3 unassisted. And disaster averted for Upper Darby. So that'll bring up Steve Tyson. First pitch to Tyson, in for a called strike. That one's hit out to right. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding third is Berman. The throw will be cut off. And just like that, Upper Darby leads at 1-0 on an RBI single by Steve Tyson. So Upper Darby playing a little small ball here in the first inning.
The catcher, number 15, Christian Strickland.
And it pays off for the Blue Sox. It was the 4th inning before anybody had a hit yesterday. Both teams with one here in the first. So Christian Strickland steps in. He's got a runner on first, 1 down in the first. Liberio from the stretch. That throw is way over Domian's head. And so on the wild pitch, trotting down to second will be Tyson. Liberio's command non-existent here over the course of the first few batters he's faced. Again, you could say that Aston Valley playing with house money to some extent. They got the 1 road win that the lower seeded team usually tries to get as Strickland takes strike 1. But the opportunity to take a 2-0 lead in a best of 5 is a golden one. Swung on and missed on a pitch in the dirt, but Tyson was already retreating back to second. So 1-2 to Christian Strickland. The pitch. Swung on and missed. So Liberio blows away Strickland for out number 2. So that will bring up the right fielder, Vince Gasparo. Gasparo bats from the left side. So a lefty on lefty matchup. Takes the first pitch in the dirt, blocked by Domian. Liberio's set. He eyes the runner Tyson at second. Comes home with it. Misses low. Now another one low, stolen base for Tyson. Now with one out, Upper Darby with a man on third. 3-1 the count. Liberio throws. That's in the dirt. So another walk. Gasparo trots down to first. Runners at the corners with one down for the left fielder, Alex Berman.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the left fielder, number 22, Alex Berman.
Berman DH'd yesterday. Liberio's first pitch swung on and missed. The 0-1 taken low. The 1-1. Hit out towards right. Making the catch is the Aston Valley right fielder, DeSabatino, and that will retire the side. But 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. They leave 2 through 1 full inning. It's Upper Darby 1, Aston Valley nothing. You're listening to the Delco League Championship Series on DelcoLeague.com. Aiden Duda leads off the second inning for Aston Valley. Fouls off the first pitch from Tom Derr. Upper Darby leading it 1-0 on an RBI single from Steve Tyson. Blue Sox trying to draw level in this best-of-5 championship series. The 0-1 misses inside. It'll be Duda, followed by Brett Lesher and Shane Kelleher. That one inside hits off the bat of Aiden Duda. Gets a piece of the home plate umpire. So Christian Strickland will walk the ball out to the mound. At least I think it hit the bat. It may have just hit off the glove of Strickland. We'll see when they update the count. Duda takes it up and in. Swung on and missed. So the count will be full at 3-2. That one's inside, and again, catching a piece of the catcher and umpire. So leadoff walk for Aiden Duda.
Now batting for the Knights, the shortstop, number 6, Brett Lesher.
So Brett Lesher steps in. A couple of huge defensive plays for the Knights yesterday. Big part of why they won the game. Some don't think defense is important in baseball. But in games like this, you want to have as short-handed a player at shortstop as you can. Another difficult-looking bunt. It kind of lucks out here. No, it doesn't. Upper Darby can't handle Lesher with another bad bunt. Pops it up, but Derek can't quite get to it. Then he tries to scoop it over to Supa, and it pulls him off the bag. So that'll go in as an error on Derek, but a sacrifice for Lesher. The Knights have first and second with nobody out.
Shane Callahan.
Upper Darby with a couple first inning errors yesterday. And there he squares the bunt, pops it up again in foul territory though, and it's going to drop. And Strickland can't get there, so strike one. Nobody can get a bunt down today. Wonder if it has to do with the humidity. So nothing on the count to Shane Kelleher. Cody Clausius waits on deck. At this point, maybe you just have him swing away. Set at the letters the 0-1, not squaring is Kelleher. Pitch is outside. Pitch swung on and missed. So 1-2 the count. Duda the runner at second, Lesher the runner at first. Nobody out here in the top half of the second inning. Popped up, foul out of play. Pitch from Derek. Outside. Count even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kicks in, delivers. The 2-2 is low. So the count full with runners at first and second, nobody out. A spot of trouble here for Tom Derrer in Upper Darby. The pitch is upstairs. So the bases are loaded.
Batting the designated hitter, number 2, Cody Clausius.
So Cody Clausius steps in. Bats from the left side. Bases loaded, nobody out. Derrer from the windup. First pitch. Swung on and missed the high fastball. So 0-1 the count. Dante DeSabatino waits on deck. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Swing and a miss once again by Clausius. He is down for the first out of the inning. First strikeout, second strikeout of the day rather, for Tom Derrer. So DeSabatino steps up, another left-hander. Takes the first pitch at the knees, throw down to third rather. Back safely is Duda. The 0-1 hit out to short, could be two. Query to Tyson for one. To first, bounces up there. Super can't hold on. Aston Valley ties it on a fielder's choice by Dante DeSabatino. By Matt Domian. Here in the background, it seemed like DeSabatino maybe forgot that there were two outs. But he digs hard and he gets around. 3 in for the Knights here in the second. That brings up Jared Carney. He takes ball 1. He looks at a strike, 1-1 the count. Ripped right at Anastasia. First pitch swinging on the ground to third. Max Anastasio bobbled by Autry. The throw, however, beats him by a step. So some of that defense on the left side for Aston Valley wearing off. That'll go in your book as a 5-3, but nice play by Autry to knock it down and then field it, get the throw. So Brendan Ricciardi, the designated hitter, steps in. The left-hander batting against the left-handed Liberio. Takes ball 1. 3-1 in favor of Aston Valley here in the second. Pitch. Called strike. After Ricciardi, it's Matt Query due up. Oh, it's hit up in the air towards center. Kelleher's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the shortstop, number 12, Matt Blue.
So Matt Query, the shortstop, steps in, takes a strike. Liberio winds the 0-1. Off-speed pitch gets that one over for strike 2. Winds the 0-2 pitch. Misses high. Should Query get aboard? Top of the order, Sammy Berman is on deck. Kicks and delivers. Domian thought that was the end of the inning. Ball's outside, 2-2. Pitch is hit on the ground out towards first, but it's foul. Liberio has his sign, the 2-2 pitch. Way upstairs, 3-2. Popped up. That's fouled down the first baseline. That'll get out of play. Nice crowd building up down the first base line, and we're basically at capacity down the third base line here. Delco League Fan Appreciation Day. Cooking up some food, handing out some beverages. The 2-2. Breaking ball at the knees for a called third strike. A shutdown inning for Jack Liberio. No runs, no hits, no errors. None left. 2 in the books. Aston Valley 3, Upper Darby 1. You're listening to the Delco League Championship Series on DelcoLeague.com. As Haught takes strike 2. 3 unearned runs in the second inning. The difference right now in this ball game. The 0-2. Haught takes outside. He'll be followed by his numbersake, Marshall Autry. He's both wearing number 14. And left fielder Aiden strikeout, swings and misses, 0-1. Swings and misses at strike 2, so 0-2 the count to the Knights' third baseman. Swung on, popped up towards center. Little Bermuda triangle there. It's Tyson, the second baseman, who makes the catch in shallow center field for out number 2.
Batting for the Knights, the left fielder, number 18, Aiden Duda.
Aiden Duda steps in. He walked and scored a run back in the second. First pitch popped up, foul, out of play. The 0-1 is low, 1-1. Foul back. So Derrer ahead in the count, 1-2. Tough inning in the second. A lot of his own doing, a couple of walks and an error that he made on that bunt. But he seems to have found his groove a little bit here in the third. As I say that, comes up and in on Duda, so 2-2 the count. Two-two pitch. That one's fouled back. Derrer really rubbing the baseball, trying to get a grip on it. If you watch the Olympic baseball tournament, a lot of the players talked about the difference between that ball and the ball used in the pros in the United States, and they raved about the Japanese baseball. As Duda hits that one out to center for a base hit, he's aboard for the second time. But they talked about the ability to grip that ball being much better than the major league ball, and no need to put any mud or anything on it. It's pre-made to be grippier and tackier. No spiders involved. Brett Lesher steps in. First pitch to him, taken for a called strike. He, without an official at-bat so far, sacrifice bunt did reach due to an error, came around to score on the double by Domian. He takes strike two. Popped up towards right field. Gasparo coming in. Tyson going out. It's Gasparo. And he'll make the catch to retire the side. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. Midway through the third, Aston Valley with a 3-1 lead. As the young foul ball brigade takes off after it. Diet Pepsi's in hand. You gotta stay hydrated, that's all. Barrio eyes the runner, comes home with it. It's in the dirt, it gets through Domi, and Berman will dig his way over to third on the wild pitch. So without a ball in play,
which one did that?
Berman is at third base. Pitch to Supa, swung on and missed. So he's got Berman at third with nobody out here in the third. Pitch is high.
He said 1-1. Okay, there you go, sir. Send us down a message.
Pitch to Supa, that's hit a long way to left. Should stay in the yard. Kelleher all the way over from center field. He'll make the catch in left center. Running home is Berman. It's now a 3-2 game on the sac fly by Joe Supa. His second sacrifice of the game. He's got a sacrifice bunt and a sacrifice fly.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the second baseman, number 3, Steve Tyson.
The run as of now, unearned. As Steve Tyson steps in. He takes ball 1. High, ball 2. So Liberio again having that command trouble he had in the first inning. Got it back in the second, but now that one's hit out to left field. That'll drop down the line for a base hit. Tyson with his second of the game, and Upper Darby's second of the game.
Now batting for Blue Sox, the catcher, number 15, Christian Strickland.
So Christian Strickland steps in. Strickland 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Takes it in the dirt. That sun struggling to come through. A called strike. Strickland mills about the batter's box, not happy with the call by the home plate umpire. Throw over to first, another one that's high, but Haught's able to corral that one. Libero very casual when he tosses it over there. Strickland takes inside. 2-1 the count to the Upper Darby catcher, who will be followed by right fielder Vince Gasparo. Runner goes. Pitch misses for ball. The throw. They get him at second base, and he says no. I've never met a runner who was thrown out who agreed with the call. The throw bounced in there. The tag made high by Carney. And Tyson letting the umpire know what he thought of it the entire time. So he is retired for out number 2. And that ball is hit down the line but foul.
Stay on this side of the line. Where do I get that?
Liberio winds in the dirt. Strickland draws the walk. 4th issued by Liberio through 2 2/3. And we're likely to see a courtesy runner with Christian Strickland, the catcher.
Number 14, Vince Gasparo.
And it looks like Sean Donahue. Was warming up, didn't get into the game yesterday on the mound. He is running for Strickland here in the 3rd. Strickland not leaving the game, just a courtesy runner for the catcher. Help keep the pace of the game going.
Number
Gasparo takes. Upper Darby with one across here in the inning. Liberio fires and misses down and away. Popped up, straight up. That's going to get out of play. Umpire gets some new baseballs. We're set. Liberio to Gasparo, high for a ball. Hit out to center. Kelleher going back in right center. He's over there and he makes the catch. And that will retire the side. One run on one hit. There was one error and one man left. 3 full in the books. It's Aston Valley 3, Upper Darby 2. Shane Kelleher takes ball 1 to lead off the 4th for Aston Valley. Knights with a 3-2 lead. A 1-0 lead in the series. Kelleher fouls it off. Derer back out there for his 4th inning of work. It'll be Kelleher, Clausius, and then Jacob Stretch. Pitch from Derer, swung on and missed. So 1-2 the count. Blows them away with a high fastball for out number 1. Fourth strikeout of the day for Derer.
Designated hitter, number 2, Cody
So that brings up Cody Clausius, a strikeout victim his first time up. Winds and fires. Swung on and missed. This time Clausius gets a piece. Tips it away, so nothing into the count to the designated hitter. The 0-2. In the dirt, 1-2. Popped up. Should stay and play. Anastasio right near the line. He's going to make the catch. 2 away.
Now batting for the Knights, the right fielder, number 13, Jacob Stretch.
So I'll bring up Jacob Stretch for his first at-bat of the day. Bat from the left side. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Foul back. Takes ball 1. Dare from the windup. Gets that one across at the knees. Swung on and missed. Strikeout victim number 5 for Tom Derrer. A shutdown inning for Upper Darby. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We're halfway there. Upper Darby coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th, trailing by a run. It's 3-2 Aston Valley. First pitch to Alex Berman misses low and away as we start the bottom half of the 4th inning. That one's out to left, a line drive. That one's going to get down over the head of Duda and roll all the way to the fence. Berman into second, standing. He'll stay there, a leadoff double. The tying run at second base with nobody out here in the fourth for Upper Darby as the Blue Sox trail 3-2.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the third baseman, number 4, Max Anastasio.
So that'll bring up Max Anastasio. Grounded out the third his first time up. Jack Liberio spins, nobody covering second. First pitch, a called strike. Autry even with the bag close to the line at third. Anastasio squares the bunt. That's a good one, right back to the pitcher. Throw over to first. And Hart has to look for the bag, and he found it. He also got the tag on Anastasio. We've seen some trouble on those sacrifice bunts, but it's an effective one as Anastasio gets the runner over.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 31.
So Brendan Ricciardi steps in with a tying run 90 feet away. Now with all the chaos as Ricciardi takes low and away, I'd like to see somebody try to bunt in a situation like this. As long as he can get the bunt down, might make something happen. Instead, he ropes that one out to left center, and that will drop past the diving Kelleher, backed up by Duda. Ricciardi into second base with an RBI double. It's 3-3.
Batting for the Blue Sox, the shortstop, number 12, Matt Query.
So Matt Query, a strikeout victim his first time up. He'll step in with a man on second, the go-ahead run in the person of Brendan Ricciardi. But first, we're going to have a conference on the mound. Somebody in the bullpen for Aston Valley. But that bullpen is on the other side of the dugouts and press box storage area. Less of a press box, more of a storage area, I should say. So a runner on second, one out for Query. Jack Liberio working from the stretch, first pitch. It's taken inside for ball one. We saw yesterday Upper Darby made things interesting in the seventh. Their offense very capable as Query takes up and in. Very capable of acting very quickly. You see a couple of long doubles. Have tied this ball game. The 2-0 in the dirt. Corey takes around his feet. Domian has to chase it down. Fifth walk issued by Jack Liberio. And so Sammy Berman will make his way to the plate. He's been aboard twice via the walk and scored both times. And that will bring Mark Spiro out to the mound, and that will be it for Jack Liberio. He is responsible for the runners on base. But 3 1/3 for the Aston Valley starter. He cannot win it now, but he sure can lose it. We'll bring you the pitching change right after this. New pitcher for Aston Valley, Anthony Giordano. He comes in a little bit of an unenviable situation here. Another left-hander. He's got 2 on, 1 out in a tie ball game. Top of the order in the person of Sammy Berman. First pitch. Berman swings and misses. 0-1. 3-3 here in the fourth. Matt Query at first. Brendan Ricciardi at second after his RBI double tied the game and scored Alex Berman. Breaking ball in for a called strike. Some blue skies starting to break through here at Cardinal O'Hara High School. That one is on the ground through the right side for a base hit. Ricciardi rounds third, and now Stretch loses the ball out in right field, and Query is going to come around and score all the way from first. An RBI single and an error. It's now 5-3 in favor of Upper Darby. Just like that, this ball game has been turned on its head. Both of those runs charged to Liberio. Again, it will remain to be seen if that last one is earned. There's Berman dancing off of first base, causing trouble like he did back in the third, leading to an error by Liberio, but swinging and missing at the pitch is Joey Supa, 0-1. Supa with no official at-bats today. Sacrifice bunt, the sacrifice fly. He's got an RBI. It's that one out towards center. Kelleher's over. He'll make the catch. 2 down.
There's Joe Super for the Blue Sox. Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Steve Tyson.
Steve Tyson steps in. He's 2 for 2, couple of singles. And an RBI on the day. Runner goes. Pitch is outside. Stolen base for Berman. So that run will be earned. It was scored by Query. Scored on the error, but the fly ball would have brought him home as he had reached third safely. Swung on and missed by Tyson. So that will close the line on Jack Liberio. 3 1/3, 5 runs, all 5 earned. He gave up 4 hits, struck out 2, walked 5. Also uncorked a couple wild pitches. Giordano's offering, fouled back out of play. That one misses. Now time is called. Giordano from the stretch. That one's popped foul out of play. Back behind first base. Runner goes. Pitch is swung on and missed, and that will retire the side as Tyson goes down on strikes. But 3 runs across for Upper Darby on 3 hits. There was an error, and there was 1 left on base. Through the 4th, it's Upper Darby 5, Aston Valley 3. This is Game 2
Blue Sox 5.
of the Delco League Championship Series here on DelcoLeague.com. Pitches outside the strike zone. The Knights now trail it 5-3 after a 3-run 4th from the Blue Sox. We're trying to tie this series. Domian swings and misses. They'll wind up. The pitch from Tom Derrer. Domian tries to check his swing. He can't hold up. He's down on strikes. 4 out, number 1.
Now batting for the Knights, the second baseman, number 5, Jared Carney.
6th strikeout of the afternoon for Derrer. So brings up Jared Carney, 0 for 2. Takes a called strike. Called strike. AO2 up and in. Swung on and missed. Derrer with his 2nd strikeout of the inning, his 3rd in a row. He's fanned 4 of the last 5. So 2 away here in the 5th.
first baseman, number 15, Sean Hart.
Sean Hart steps in. A shutdown inning for the Blue Sox. No runs, hits, errors, none left. First pitch. Called strike. Nothing into the count to Anastasio. Brendan Ricciardi on deck. Pitch miss. Anastasio loses the bat, breaks it at the handle. A weak ground ball over to second, but it'll be enough to score a run. Thought he lost the bat out of his hands. It snapped. So he loses a bat, but gets an RBI. It's now a 6-3 ball game.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the designated hitter, number 31, Brendan Ricciardi.
So Ricciardi steps in. It's 1 for 2. Takes a called strike. Takes one inside, 1-1. Swung on and missed. A ball and 2 strikes the count. 2 outs and a man on second. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from Domian, but Berman wasn't headed anywhere, so 2-2 the count. Pitch from Giordano, swung on and missed. That will retire the side. Upper Darby adds to the lead to get one on 2 hits. No errors and 1 man left. We go to the 6th. 6-3 Upper Darby. Ball 1 to Marshall Autry to start the 6th inning. He swings, pops that one up the center. Fairly deep, but Berman calls for it. And he loses sight of it, and that one's going to drop in right center, and it's going to be a double for Autry. Berman having a tough time with the sun. We saw it last inning. The hand up, just not getting the job done. Going to assume he's got sunglasses on out there, but they can only do so much.
Number 7, Aiden. Number 18, Aiden Duda.
Well, if he doesn't have any sunglasses, somebody should get that guy a pair of sunglasses out in center field. So Aiden Duda steps in, takes strike 1. Fourth hit of the game for Aston Valley. Nubbed up the first baseline, but foul. And now they're going to get Berman some shades. Couple innings too late, guys, but you know. Derer had retired 7 in a row to that. Duda takes high. Now Strickland. A very brief chat. Lesher due up next, then Kelleher for the Knights. That was on the ground right back to the mound. Derrer deflects it, but he goes and scoops it up. Tosses over to first. For out number 1, Autry over to third on the play.
Stop, number 6, Brett Lesher.
So Brett Lesher steps in, 0 for 2, reached on an error. He's 0 for 1 rather, reached on an error when he attempted a sacrifice bunt. Came around to score. The 1-0 is high. Pitch from Derrer. Roped out. Sparrow will field it. Autry will trot home. It's a 6-4 ball game.
Adding to the nice center fielder, number 8, Shane Kelleher.
Shane Kelleher, 0 for 1 with a walk. Takes outside. Lesher at first. 1 down, it's 6-4. Swung on and missed. Another hit out towards right. Gasparo on the run, makes the catch. Had a good beat on it. Wasn't it very high? The sun didn't get involved in it too much. So Cody Clossie is due up.
Number 2, Cody Clausen.
He's 0 for 2. He's got a runner on. And he represents the tying run here in the 6th. First pitch swinging, first pitch missing. Runner goes, pitches high, throw down to second. He's called out on another one of those sort of high tags that we've seen throughout the playoffs here. So that's a 2-6. Caught stealing, and that will retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 hits rather. No errors, and none left. Upper Darby's going to have the lead going to the 7th. They'll try to build on it. Right now it's 6-4 in favor of the Blue Sox. You're listening to Game 2 of the Delco League Championship Series on DelcoLeague.com. 9-1-2, Matt Query, Sammy Berman, and Joey Supa due up for Upper Darby. Blue Sox lead at 6-4. They're 3 outs away defensively from tying the series. They're going to try to add on here as Query takes ball 1. Anthony Giordano back on the mound for Aston Valley. Pitch is low. Query 0 for 1. He walked and scored back in the 4th. Pitch misses. Here's a called strike by Giordano. Query, the last batter to face Giordano. Kicks in, delivers. That's ball 4. Query aboard once again. It's the first walk issued by Giordano, the 6th by Aston Valley pitching.
Number 3, Sammy Berman.
So Sammy Berman, 2 walks, a single, 2 runs scored, an RBI, stolen base. He's done it all out there on the bases today. First pitch pops it up foul, out of play. We got all sorts of cameras here at Cardinal O'Hara. None of them pointed at me trying to make that play. The 0-1 is high. Berman will be followed by Joey Supa. Runner goes, pitches a strike, throw to second. They got him. It's the 3rd time a runner's been caught stealing today out at second base. So 1 down and a 1-2 count on Berman. Pitches upstairs, 2-2. Checks a swing, the appeal, he did not go. So the count full. On the ground, a second. Carney gloves it. Throw to first in time. So 2 down for Supa.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the first baseman, number 13, Joe Supa.
There's some of that aggressive breeze I talked about yesterday. Pitch. taken for ball one. Line drive over the head of Lesher into left field for a base hit. So Supa aboard for the first time today. So Steve Tyson will step in. Tyson 2 for 3 with an RBI, a couple of singles. Stole a base and was caught stealing. First pitch in the dirt. That one's on the ground up the middle for a base hit. Supa stops at second. 3-hit day for Steve Tyson.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Christian Strickland.
So Upper Darby catcher Christian Strickland comes to the plate. I'll send Matt Domian out to the mound. First pitch from Giordano. In the dirt, gets past Domian. And now the runners will move up a bag on the wild pitch. So a couple of big insurance runs out there in scoring position as the Knights are going to have the bottom of the order due up in the top half of the seventh. Strickland takes a called strike. The 1-1 in the dirt but smothered. Giordano set. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. Giordano has his sign. Kicks the pitch. Was hit on a line right at Brett Lesher, and he makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 2. We'll go to the 7th. Upper Darby with a 6-4 lead. Cody Clausius leads off the 7th for Aston Valley. They're down 2. They need a couple base runners here. Tom Derrer trying to finish this one off for Upper Darby. Misses high. It's 1-0. It'll be Clausius, Stretch, and then Domian. Fastball fouled off. Upper Darby trying to get these last 3 outs, tie this series. Misses low, 2-1. Derrer winds his pitch. He misses, it's 3-1. Clausius takes high, so the leadoff man is aboard. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. Third walk issued by Derrer. So Jacob Stretch steps in. Stretch 0 for 1. First pitch swinging, hit out towards left field. That drops in front of Berman, but Clausius holds it second. So the first 2 aboard. No bullpen activity for Upper Darby, so this is Derrer's game for the time being. Top of the order, Matt Domian. Domian 1 for 3. He's got a 2-run double. First pitch swinging. In the air towards shallow left. Nobody's going to get it. They're going to throw to third. The throw's offline. They tag Clausius, and he is out at third. What a goofy play. There's a fly ball not hit very deep. Berman's coming in on it from left and center. Query going back. It drops between them. Clausius had to stay close to the bag in case it was caught. And the throw way offline, but Max Anastasio gets the tag back, and ultimately it's a fielder's choice. First pitch swinging, Jared Carney fouls it off out of play. The old 7-5 fielder's choice in your scorebook. The 0-1 to Carney, and that hits him. So now the bases are loaded. Jared Carney not eager to get out of the way of that one. So now Dave Jordan's going to come out to the mound. The tying runs in second base with 1 out, and there's some preliminary activity in that bullpen for Upper Darby. We've got number 21, Grayson Walker, out there. He's doing some stretching with the resistance bands. Looks like he's joining the bullpen by Jack Havison. Havison threw in yesterday's game. So Sean Haught, as the base is loaded, steps in. Derrer working from the windup. Pitch, that one's hit out in the air towards right center. It's over the head of Gasparo and all the way to the fence. 2 runs will score. Carney coming hard around third. He'll score. Haught with a stand-up triple Aston Valley leads it 7-6. Oh my. A bases loaded triple. We're going to have to get the oxygen tank out of here for Sean Haught, I think. A 3-run triple has turned a 6-4 deficit into a 7-6 lead. The first pitch to Autry
Now batting for the Knights, the
misses
third
for
baseman,
ball
number
1.
15, Marshall Autry.
Pitch taken outside, 2-0. On the ground, foul. Autry fouls off another one. Well, the clouds have come back. The breeze has picked up. A bit of a representation of how the Upper Darby side is feeling as Autry rips that one out to center. Berman will make the catch. Tacking up and scoring is Haught. It's now 8-6.
Left fielder, number 18, Aiden Duda.
And that weird play out in shallow left, you thought that was an opportunity for Aston Valley and it would go by the wayside. Instead, they answer with a hit batter, a triple, and a sac fly as Aiden Duda takes ball 1, the 1-0 in the dirt. The Knights have scored 4 here in the 7th. Called strike, 2-1. Swung on a miss, 2-2. Swung on a miss, hung on to by Strickland. That will retire the side, but 4 runs across on 2 hits. No errors. 1 left on base. Last chance for Upper Darby. They trail it by 2 here in Game 2 of the Delco League Championship Series on DelcoLeague.com. Well, now it's Upper Darby's turn to come into the 7th, trailing by 2, and they need a couple of base runners. First up, Vince Gasparo takes one at the belt for strike 1. It'll be Gasparo, Alex Berman, and Max Anastasio for the Blue Sox. 8-6 in favor of Aston Valley, last of the 7th. In the dirt, 1-1. Tell you, Matt Domian's going to take a nice cold shower tonight, a cold bath, relax. He is taking a beating back there. After playing at third base yesterday, he and Marshall Autry switched places. Giordano winds. It's in the dirt now, 2-1. The pitch. On the ground at first, but it's foul. It's gotten even in 2 balls and 2 strikes. Upper Darby made things interesting, we said, in the 7th yesterday. They had a big 7th inning last Saturday. A big 4th inning today. They're going to need one more of those here if they want to avoid falling behind 2-0. Giordano kicks. Gasparo tries to check his swing. They say he did not go, but Domian tried to put a tag on him anyway. So count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Takes a called third strike. Great pitch by Giordano, 1 down.
Batting for the Blue Sox, the left fielder number 22, Alex Berman.
So Alex Berman steps in. 1 for 3 on the day, doubled and scored, takes ball 1. It's low, 2 balls and no strikes to Berman. Lefty on lefty matchup. Nobody throwing for the Knights, so Giordano will be charged with finishing this one off. And he misses there, 3-0. That one's across at the knees, 3-1. He kicks the 3-1, is upstairs. So Upper Darby's got a base runner, and that'll bring up the tying run. Second walk issued by Giordano.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the third baseman, number 4, Max Anastasio.
That'll bring about a conference on the mound. Jared Carney, Mark Spiro, and Matt Domian out to talk to Giordano. Carney and Domian, 2 of the 3 holdovers from the previous Aston Valley championship team, and now a pinch runner, number 20, Sean Donahue, in for Alex Berman. First pitch to Anastasio, misses for ball 1. Ground ball up the middle. Carney can't handle it. He was ranging to his right. So now the tying run is aboard with one out.
Number 31, Brendan Riccardi.
So Brendan Ricciardi steps in. He's got 2 on. He tied the game with a double back in the 4th. First pitch to him, misses for ball 1. That's up and in, 2-0. Taken at the knees for strike 1. One is tapped up the first base line, fielded by Haught. He will apply the tag to Ricciardi. So an unintentional sacrifice bunt of sorts. Ricciardi goes out 3 unassisted for out number 2. So now both runners are in scoring position for Matt Query. 0 for 1 with 2 walks. A run scored.
Number 12, Matt Query.
First pitch. It's taken for a strike. Walker back up throwing for Upper Darby in case he's needed in an 8th inning. Pitch is low. Giordano kicks in the dirt. Runners hold. Giordano delivers. Query takes. Strike 2. So 2-2 the count. See the Upper Darby shortstop. Should the game continue, the top of the order, Sammy Berman, due up next. The pitch. High ball 3. Count goes full. Three-two pitch. Ball 4. Aston Valley thought that Giordano had gotten strike 3. The dugout pops up. Instead, the pitch is called outside. And now the bases are loaded.
Body for the blue side. Center fielder, number 3, Sammy Berman.
Oh, Sammy Berman steps in. Something's got to give here. Nowhere to put him. Aston Valley nursing that 2-run lead. Giordano, the lefty, against the left-handed hitting Berman. First pitch. Taken at the belt for strike 1. The 0-1. That one's hit a long way out to right center. They're back. It is off the wall and over the wall. An unfortunate bounce for Upper Darby as Matt Query was going to score the winning run. Instead, he's going to have to go back to third. A ground rule double. And we are tied at 8. If that ball bounces about 6 inches lower, the ball game's over. I don't know if it's a bouncy baseball, if it's a hard turf. But instead of winning the game, because that ball left the field of play, Query goes back to third. With 2 outs, the winning run is 90 feet away. Joey Supa steps in. Takes the first pitch high. Nice job by Domian to snag that one. So 1-0 the count. Two 2-0 the count. Now should Supa draw a walk, Steve Tyson is on deck. Christian Strickland bats after him, but he can leave the knee pads on. He knows he's not going to get in that bat here. Because if it gets to him, the game will be over. Pitch to Supa. On the ground to third. Slow roller, Lesher, the shortstop, cuts it off. Double clutch is throwing the dirt. Not in time, and the ball game is over. A throwing error by Lesher. Query scores. Upper Darby gives up the lead in the top half, comes back and wins it in the bottom half. 3 runs for the Blue Sox. They do it on 2 hits. 1 error at the end there. 2 left on base. The final score from Cardinal O'Hara, Upper Darby 9, Aston Valley 8. A wild finish to this one. And the series is tied at a game apiece. Games 3 and 4 at Sun Valley High School. The Knights will have home field advantage. Tuesday and Wednesday night, 5:45. We will have those games for you. Any sort of weather updates, of course, as always, visit delcoleague.com. But we'll have those games right here. Just go to the league website, pull up the feed, and we'll have them for you live, 5:45 at delcoleague.com. Once again, your final score for Upper Darby, 9 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. They leave 9. For Aston Valley in defeat, 8 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors, including the last play of the ball game, and they leave 3 aboard. The winning pitcher, Tom Derrer, gave it up in the top half of the 7th, but before he was replaced, got out of the inning. So a complete game. He allows 8 runs, 5 of them earned, gives up 7 hits rather, strikes out 7 against 3 walks and 1 hit batter. The loss goes to Anthony Giordano. 3 1/3 innings, 4 runs, all of them earned, 7 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. The game played in a brisk 2 hours and 14 minutes in front of a capacity crowd here at Cardinal O'Hara. Once again, the final score, Upper Darby 9, Aston Valley 8. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you Tuesday night for Game 3. Have a good night, everybody.